Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So, when I was a crazy seeker, travelling around the world with a little bit of money that I had, going to see any spiritual teacher that I resonated with, I came across this old lady in India, in Arambol, called Nehru. She was in her 80s, and she lived in this place called the Dog Temple. She might still be there. I might go and see her again this year. Well, she lived with over 100 dogs in the Dog Temple, and she would get up at 4 a.m. every morning, and she would walk down the beach with a pack of 100 dogs before anyone else was up. And she was wild, absolutely wild. She just did not give a shit what anybody thought of her. And she would try and shake the ego out of you. She would say stuff to you that would embarrass you. She would try and bring the ego up and shake it out of you and crack it out of you. And most people who came to her retreats got scared off by her. And that was her point. She didn't care. She didn't care if people stayed. I mean, she kept the money, but she just didn't care. She was really wild. She is really wild. And she used to say, in the middle of the satsangs, she would just say, she's so intense, she'd be looking at you, and she'd say this, she'd go, "I give a shit." She'd say, "I give a shit." And what she really meant, which used to make me laugh, was she meant, "I don't give a shit." She's German, so I think she thought that saying, "I give a shit," meant I don't give a shit. And that's what she wanted from us. She wanted us to not give a shit what anybody thought of us. And she would make you do this thing. Everyone's sitting there in the retreat, 10, 15 of us, in a little crowd, and she's at the front. And she would sit there, and you expect her to go into some sort of talk about spirituality, some sort of talk about meditation or whatever. And she would just go like this. She would just sit at the front, and she would just go, and then she would look at us as if like, "Why aren't you doing it?" And then one person in the crowd would just go like, and then she would look and she'd be like, "Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it?" And she'd just look someone in the eyes and go like, and then she would get everyone in the crowd just go, basically just not giving a shit. And there was one time she used to look at me and she would point at me and she'd go, "You're so controlling." She'd go, You're English. You're so controlled. You're so controlling." And all retreat for like 7 days, all she would say to me, she would sit there, she would just look at me and she'd go, "So much control. You're so controlling, so controlling." And then one time I was just at the front. She was really pissing me off. And she said something to me like, "Why so controlling?" And I was just at the front in front of everyone. I just stood up and just went, banging my hands on the ground, going absolutely mental. And then sat down and it was like, wow. We can be so controlling. The ego is control. The ego is controlling everything, trying to control our spiritual path, trying to control how well we meditate, trying to control what people think of us, constantly trying to control to keep us safe. And to be free from her perspective, what she has seen to be most valuable is freeing up people from that need to be in control, and freeing up people from giving a shit what anybody else thinks. Because when you don't give a shit what anybody else thinks, then you're free to be yourself. You're free to fully be yourself. And when you can fully be yourself without worrying about being weird, without worrying about people judging you, without worrying what other people think of you, when you have the courage to really be yourself. And it takes courage to step out of that fear, because something in our throat tries to hold us back. Something in our throat does care about what other people think. Because when we were kids, when we were little kids and we were fully expressing ourselves, we were fully being ourselves, we were in our natural, joyful expression, at some point, our parents, some of the other kids at school, told us that that wasn't okay. So we're in the full expression of ourselves, the full expression of our joy, and someone says, stop that, stop showing off, stop being loud, stop laughing too much, stop having so much fun, and that energy which is coursing through our body shuts down. And that happens so many times. We're in free expression when we're a child and something or someone shuts us down. That happens so much, and it's such a painful experience. You know it's a painful experience because I'm sure you remember a time in your life where you were open, you were free, you were expressing, and some caregiver, some adult shut you down, and you remember it because it was painful. And it becomes, because it was so painful, and because it happened many times, we learned, okay, I'm not going to express myself then. I'm not going to really be myself because it's not safe to be myself. And we need to learn that it's safe to be ourselves. We need to learn that it's safe to be ourselves. And the way we learn that it's safe to be ourselves is we start to be ourselves. And if you feel this inner weirdo inside, which we all have this inner weirdo inside, let it show, let it shine. Take the risk to be big, take the risk to fully be yourself in whatever way that is for you. And when I first started doing this, a big part of me growing into this, and I'm still in this process 100%, I'm still in that place of the fear of expressing and it coming through, but I'm much more free than I was. I first started learning this in a community. I was living in a community, and I really started practicing this. It was after I'd been with the German teacher, and I started to notice I was able to fully be myself. Fully sing, dance, put on a show, whatever it was, just be myself. I could be myself. And when I was being myself, I noticed there's a lot of energy here. And I'd have the fear I'm disturbing people. I'd have the fear people hate me. I have the fear people don't like me. I'd have the fear I'm upsetting people. And when I had those thoughts come into my mind, I'm just being myself, expressing, laughing, joking, being my free self. The thought comes into my head, you've just upset that person over there. I haven't purposefully done anything wrong. A thought's come into my head, you're upsetting that person over there. Or you're disturbing the room. And that one single thought could close my throat down, close my system down, close my chakra centers down and cut me off from my life force. And I saw it time and time again, these thoughts that would come in. That person thinks you're weird. It would close me down. And what I started doing, I started checking. I would ask the person that I thought I was weird. I would ask them, did you think I was weird when I did that? And they'd be like, no, I didn't even think about it. Or if I had the thought that my expression, my free expression, had upset someone, I would ask them, did I upset you when I said that? And almost every time, basically 99.9% of the time, I hadn't upset the person. The thoughts that I had come into my head that closed my expression down weren't true because they were confirmed by me asking people. If we're freely expressing our heart, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with freely expressing our heart. And sometimes people may feel disturbed, and that's okay. We don't purposefully disturb people, but we cannot shut ourselves down. We cannot keep our free expression shut down because we're afraid of upsetting people. We're afraid of rocking the boat. Nehru, the German teacher I was with, rocks the boat. She rocks the fucking boat. She's an extreme example of this, but she's quite savage. And she doesn't care. But she's free. She's free and she's happy and she's spreading something wonderful and something positive into the world to the people that can receive it. And she has friends. She hasn't lost everyone. She's herself fully. And she's actually free and she's actually happy, whereas 99.9% of the population are living within this straitjacket of fear, this straitjacket of conditioning, this straitjacket of giving too much of a shit what people think of them. And as much as it's wonderful on the spiritual path to discover the essence of what we are, to discover that peace beyond the personality, to discover that freedom and goodness beyond the personality, there is also a liberation and a freedom in stepping in over our comfort zone and stepping into fully being ourselves, fully being able to express ourselves. Because when we step through those fears, when we open that throat, then what we really are, the essence of what we really are, this divine light that we are, has full permission to express through us exactly as it likes, for want of a better word. Breaking out of the straitjacket of conditioning. Give yourself permission to be weird. And I dare you right now to do this practice that Nehru does with us on retreat. Just hands like this. Let it fly. Let it fly. And see the judgmental thoughts that may be coming into your head and ignore them. Another thing that I like to do in the supermarket when I was a kid, I used to love, running with the trolley and just jumping up and letting it slide me across the aisle. But when you become a teenager, when you become an adult, you think, I can't do that anymore. People are going to think I'm a child. People are going to think I'm weird. How often do you see an adult just running with the trolley, just sliding across the aisle, just like, woo, there's something so freeing about it. So I do that quite a lot. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be weird. Anyway, I'm going to finish with a song I wrote around this topic. It's called I'm a Spiritual Weirdo. And I've only got 4 strings on my guitar. 2 of the strings fell off, so unfortunately it's not going to be as good as it would. But I'll see. I'll try my best. It's okay to walk barefoot along a public path. Just ignore the haters, oh, you'll have the last laugh. When your chakras are so grounded and you get a great night's sleep, and they are rolling round just trying to count sheep. Oh, 'cause I'm a spiritual widow and I am proud of it. The more I meditate, the less I seem to give a shit. Oh, it's okay to dance at weddings like a 4-year-old on coke. Just ignore the haters, oh, they're probably not woke enough to realize that they are just a child inside. Thank God you were there to see the light behind their eyes. Oh, 'cause I'm a spiritual widow and I am proud of it. The more I meditate, the less I seem to give a shit. Oh, it's okay to drink spring water and eat organic foods. Continuously watching spiritual teachers on YouTube. I wanna be free as a child, free as a bird, roaming around this earth without a care in the world. Oh, 'cause I'm a spiritual widow and I am proud of it. The more I meditate, the less I seem to give a shit. Oh, it's okay to go outside, dance naked in the rain. But for that one, I probably wouldn't be in a public place. 'Cause even with that sweet spiritual look upon your face, the police will still arrest you. Oh, they won't feel all your grace. Oh, 'cause I'm a spiritual widow and I am proud of it. The more I meditate, the less I seem to give a shit. 'Cause I am free to be me. I am free to be me. Oh, I am free. Oh, I'm a spiritual widow and I am proud of it. The more I meditate, the less I seem to give a shit. I don't give a shit. Thank you.